Okay, so let's start with a darker color, and you're going to need a baby wipe. Oh, just took my sweater off. Okay, sorry. Alright, so you're going to need a baby wipe for this process. Let me just get the baby wipe out. And then we'll start with the next darker color. And we're going to do basically the same thing, but not all over. So I am going to also start with my littler brush because I'm going to do these first. So we're just going to start stippling all the way around. And then you're going to go in with your baby wipe and go around the edges. This will help blend the colors together. I'm going to fast forward the video. And when I get to a part where I have to explain something, I will stop and explain it. But right now, all I'm doing is blending in my colors so that they blend nicely together. And basically, it's just trial and error, mixing the two, the lighter pink and the darker pink together, and just blending them and then using the baby wipe to dab them so they're softly combined together. You'll also see me get a bottle of water because my diaper was getting dry. So I was just spritzing it to help it stay a little moist. Okay, so if your project gets too wet, you want to hit it with the heat dryer. As you can see, my butterfly fell off the little heart in there, so I'm just going to put it aside. Before you start another color, you want to make sure that the previous color is good and dry, and then start your next color. And here I'm starting a darker pink, and I'm just going to work in the center of my flower cluster and the other embellishments that I have on the canvas, or in my case, the wood plaque. Okay, I am having difficulty with this one flower here. I cannot, it's very dark. I cannot, or it's not a flower, it's a leaf. It just doesn't seem to want to, I'm going to pull it out. It just doesn't seem to want to color over what I put in there. So what I'm going to do is, well, maybe I'm just going to go through and I'm going to paint a little bit in there with my lighter color, because that's what I started with. And I think I'm going to get another, I think I'm going to find something to put here to kind of cover up that space. Some of this just blended too dark for me in certain places, and I want it lighter. Really all this is blending paints, and getting it to where, you know, like getting it to what you want, you know, where you want it, how far in you want to go. Let me just find something, since this is garbage. Let me just find something to put there.
Okay, so no big deal. We'll just do that. I'm kind of looking at this. I know this is how I am. I like cluster things up and then I don't like it. Like I can't even see the key here or the hearts that I put in there. So you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to, this is you're definitely getting a tutorial here. Or a sneak peek at how I actually craft, because this is what I end up doing. I do want this key on here though. I think I'm going to put it in here. Like, it just looks like a it doesn't look like there's anything there. I'm going to put this here.
Okay, here I'm just going to continue to paint the piece, and you will see throughout here that I will be drying it and painting, and I'm going to be touching up on the sides um, around the cluster just to blend the colors together better. Here I'm starting the final paint color.
I am going to use my makeup applicator and go over this with, I think I want to do silver. I was thinking about doing the black soot, but I'm afraid what it'll look like. You know, it's like one of those things, if you haven't tried it, it might not look nice. Let me see something. I just think it's going to make it look too grungy. Like, not in a bad way, but I'm going to stick with the silver because that's what I did on the first one. And you're just going to kind of want to, like, you know, you can use your Rub and Buff. I don't have Rub and Buff or Inca Golds. So this is my next best thing, and it's just the silver. It's just a silver ink pad. This ink pad is quite old. I've had it for a pretty long time. It's kind of dried out. You probably could use silver paint too to do this. If you let it just, if you blot it and do like dry brush, kind of like a dry brush technique. I think that would work too. if you don't have like a silver ink pad or Inka Golds or Rub and Buff. I only have the patina Rub and Buff. And I don't think that would look really good on here. Okay. I'm just trying to hit the places that need to be highlighted too. Can't get the edges here. My hands have got paint, so much paint on them. Look at it. They've turned colors. Okay, I think I like the way this came out. And now all I have to do is drill holes in it to do my... I think I'm going to drill holes. I don't know. I might drill 2 holes here, or I might just put a hanger on the back. And of course I have to clean up the back too. But
Here I'm applying glossy Mod Podge to this project to just give it kind of a shimmery, shiny look. Actually, not shimmery, just a shiny look. And to seal the paints.
so that is my part 2 and final of how I do my blending on my paints. And let me bring it up a little to the camera, so I don't know how well you can see it. That I tried to stay as close as I could to the camera